The sun scorched Red Knife Canyon as Cole Maddox rode toward Fort Saguaro, a man shaped by war, wandering, and regret. The kind of man who took work only when the money outweighed the danger, and this job was as dangerous as they came. The army had hired him to guard a prisoner they whispered about in fear. A savage Apache woman, a warrior, a killer, someone they claimed was half ghost, half demon. But when Cole arrived and saw her standing inside a tall iron cage wedged between canyon walls, he felt his breath hitch, not from fear but disbelief. She was nothing like the cruel stories. Strong, tall, sun-bronzed, with braided raven hair and eyes sharp enough to pierce stone, she held the bars with quiet dignity, even as soldiers mocked her. When Cole stepped forward, she met his gaze without flinching. Her wrists bruised from shackles too tight, her spirit unbroken. That night, under the silver glow of moonlight, Cole sat outside her cage as she paced. Behind the bars, like a mountain cat forced into captivity. He whispered, "You're not who they say you are you?" And after a long silence, she replied, "And you are not the kind of man who cages the innocent." Those words branded themselves onto his soul. Over the next day, he witnessed soldiers taunting her, starving her, tightening her restraints. Rage built inside him until he couldn't stand it anymore. He sought answers from the fort's old doctor, who broke under guilt and told the truth. She wasn't a murderer. She was Aylin, daughter of a respected Apache chief, taken hostage so the army could force her tribe to surrender their land. The deaths blamed on her were caused by panicked young soldiers firing wildly during her capture. And worst of all, she would be shipped the next day to a prison where no one returned. Cole's decision was made before he even realized it. He would save her. That night he brought her water, food, and the truth. She asked him why he would risk everything, and he answered simply, "Because the moment I saw you, I knew you didn't belong in chains." With trembling resolve, he broke the cage lock at midnight, the metal snapping like thunder. Together they slipped into the dark canyon, riding double on his horse as dawn painted the horizon gold. When the fort awoke and discovered her missing, the alarm horn roared through the canyon. Cole and Aylin pressed deeper into hidden paths she knew from childhood, but soldiers soon tracked them. Bullets ricocheted off the rocks as they slipped through narrow crevices, using the rugged terrain to their advantage. By sunset, they found a hidden spring where Aylin finally washed the dust from her skin. She asked Cole again why he would risk death for her. He answered, "Because freedom matters, and because the world owes you better than this." But before she could reply, distant shouts echoed. Soldiers were closing in. They fled again, pushing through brutal desert heat until they reached Apache territory. Warriors appeared from the cliffs, arrows aimed, but Aylin called out in her language, and they lowered their weapons. Her father, Chief Tahoma, arrived with a stern expression that softened only when he saw Aylin alive. He questioned Cole sharply, but Aylin stepped between them, declaring, "He gave me my freedom." Tahoma nodded slowly, reluctantly respecting the man who risked everything. But peace was short because the cavalry thundered over the ridge, dust rising like a storm. The Apache warriors prepared for war. The battle erupted instantly, arrows slicing through air, rifles cracking, horses screaming. Cole fought beside Aylin, protecting her flank like a man defending not just a life but a promise. Captain Harlow galloped forward, firing wildly. A bullet grazed Aylin's arm and something inside Cole snapped. He charged Harlow, tackling him to the ground. They rolled across the sand, trading blows until Cole pinned him. "She was never your prisoner," he growled. "She was your lie," Harlow hissed. "She's a savage." Before Cole silenced him with a single punch powered by every injustice he'd witnessed. The remaining soldiers fled, beaten and terrified. As the dust settled, Aylin knelt beside Cole, touching his shoulder gently. "You fought for me," she whispered, "and I would fight for you." Her tribe welcomed Cole as an ally that day, recognizing his courage, his sacrifice, and his heart. As sunset bled across the desert sky, Cole stood beside Aylin on a ridge overlooking the endless plains, knowing their journey had only just begun, and that sometimes fate leads a man not to battlefields or gold, but to the one person who awakens the courage he didn't know he had. Their story became a legend whispered around campfires, the tale of a guard who defied an army to free the woman everyone feared, except him. If you loved this story and want more powerful Western tales, emotional rescues, and cinematic adventure episodes, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps these stories alive and helps us bring new ones every day.